We're here at the Ichetucknee River. I'm going to show you everything that you need to know so that you too can have this amazing day with your family. Hey, if you're new here, I'm Kate with Sunshine Fam Guide, and I love helping you to plan the family adventure of your dreams. So stay tuned. Be sure to like and subscribe so that you don't miss a thing. Now come along. We're going to dive on in. Ichetucknee Springs State Park is a bit off the beaten path, so let's get you oriented. There are a few different entrances, which we'll cover in a minute, but first, here's where it sits. This stunning spring-fed river is about 3 hours from Tampa, 2.5 hours from Orlando, 2 hours from Tallahassee, and roughly 90 minutes from Jacksonville. Now let's talk entrances. There are a few different ways to experience Ichetucknee, but I'll walk you through exactly what worked for our family with 2 young kids. We started at the south entrance, which ended up being a great fit for us. This is where we rented tubes, launched onto the river, and enjoyed a float that took about 45 minutes. I'll share all the details on that experience in just a bit. Later in the day, we hopped back in the car and drove up to the north entrance. It has a completely different feel, along with some fantastic family-friendly amenities that are absolutely worth checking out. I'll cover both areas in detail, but first, let's dive into the south entrance. We pulled into the south entrance at 9:45 on a Saturday, and I was a little nervous because I read that this place can fill up really quickly. Fortunately, we had no issues at all. There were still plenty of parking spots available, including spaces for oversized vehicles like our RV. I also noticed several families set up with tents and tailgating style camps, which looked like a great way to spend the day. From the parking area, it's a short walk to the general store. This is where you can rent tubes, purchase tram tickets, grab food and snacks, pick up essentials like waterproof phone pouches. We actually forgot our tubes at home, which was a bit painful because it would have saved us some money, but having tube rentals right on site made the whole process incredibly easy. All right, we are here at the tube pickup. We decided to rent a double wrapped as well as a double with a mesh bottom. I'll show you how it goes. If you decide to rent tubes on site, the staff makes the process incredibly easy. They inflate the tubes for you and even bring them right out to you. You may encounter a short line, but it moves quickly and the convenience is well worth it. As you head towards the river, staff will also check your bags. I appreciate this because it keeps the river clean and protected. There are quite a few prohibited items, so be sure to review the rules before packing for your float. From there, it's a short walk down to the launch point. At the time of our visit, Midpoint Landing was still closed, so we launched from Dampier's Landing instead. All right, I got our tube. We are walking to the launch point. We are so excited. The walk down to the launch area takes about 5 minutes. It's not difficult, but it's worth knowing if you're carrying tubes or other gear. As soon as you reach the river, you'll understand why people love this place. The water is stunning. Even from the launch area, you can see the incredible clarity, and the anticipation really starts to build. Once you push off in your tube, you'll begin drifting downstream, sometimes with a crowd and sometimes with plenty of space, depending on the timing of your visit. Almost immediately, we passed beautiful limestone outcroppings along the shoreline that made the scenery feel even more dramatic. As the float continues, the water just keeps getting more and more impressive. You can see straight to the bottom. Fish, waving grasses, every single detail beneath the surface. Along the banks, keep an eye out for birds, turtles, and other wildlife. It's one of those places that somehow manages to exceed expectations. It is so beautiful. Given how fragile this ecosystem is, I was so happy to see park rangers regularly patrolling the river on paddleboards. Everywhere we looked, people seemed to be doing their part to protect this super special place. A quick note on tube choices. We rented a raft for our son, which helped keep him a little warmer in the 72-degree water. Our daughter had a mesh bottom tube, which was great for staying cool. Both worked well. It really just comes down to personal preference. After about 45 minutes to an hour on the water, you'll reach the takeout area. From there, it's a short walk to the tram. The tram is optional and costs a few extra dollars, but for our family, it was absolutely worth it. There is a nature trail back, but after a morning on the river and a hot Florida day, our kids had zero interest in more walking. The tram line moved quickly, and staff helps to load the tubes onto the trailer, making the whole process really easy. The short ride back to the general store was a really nice way to end the float. We grabbed the kids a quick ice cream treat, headed back to the car, and then continued our adventure by exploring the north entrance, which I'll show you next. It was about a 10-minute drive up to the north entrance, and by the time we arrived, it was about 1 o'clock on a Saturday, and I was shocked that we were able to get in. We had fully expected it to be closed at capacity by then. As it turns out, we got incredibly lucky. We were able to grab a parking spot, and just a few cars behind us, staff began closing the gates. It really felt like we arrived at exactly the right moment. The north entrance is home to Ichetucknee's Head Spring, and it is absolutely stunning. To help protect this fragile area, swimming is allowed here, but tubing and paddling are not. There's also a food truck on site, which was a very welcome sight after our morning on the river. We were lucky enough to grab a picnic table, though they were definitely in high demand. The setting is beautiful. As we ate lunch, we had views of the bright blue spring just beyond us, making the perfect way to recharge before heading down for a swim. From the picnic area, it's a short walk down a ramp or a few stone steps to reach the spring itself. The moment you see it, you'll understand why it is so popular. The water is crystal clear and absolutely beautiful. Like most Florida springs, it stays refreshingly cold year round. So that first step in might take your breath away, but on a hot Florida day, it feels amazing. We spent quite a bit of time swimming, relaxing, and simply enjoying the incredibly scenery. It was easily one of our favorite parts of the day. After our swim, we were happy to discover there's also a playground on site. It ended up being the perfect way to wrap up the day before headed back to the RV. All in all, Ichetucknee Springs State Park absolutely deserves a spot on your family bucket list. Between the crystal clear water, the relaxing float, and the beautiful head spring, it's the kind of place that creates lasting family memories. We are so lucky to have places like this in Florida, and I hope you get the chance to experience it with your family too. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this to be helpful, if this was of value to you, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button so that you don't miss a thing. I will be bringing you tips and tricks every single week on how you too can make easy but magical family adventures. Thank you so much. Kate with Sunshine Fam Guide. I'll see you next time.